Good morning, everybody. My name is Abby. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be targeting on the lower half of the body in this flow, and we're going to be working on mostly stretching and grounding. So if you have a mat or a carpet that is nearby that you can be working on, go ahead and find yourself in an easy seat there, and we'll get started. Coming into your space, taking a minute to breathe. Maybe you allow your eyes to soften on a point on the floor in front of you. Maybe you allow them to come all the way to a close. Taking a minute to check in with the shoulders. Can I drop them away from my ears? Stretching out through the crown of the head. Checking in with the body. Am I holding tension anywhere today? Checking in with the breath. Maybe one hand comes over your navel, one hand comes on your chest. Taking a moment to send that breathing down into your lower hand. Causing it to move out with each inhale and in with each exhale. Taking a minute to see if I can release any tension in my body. And then maybe your hands come to the tops of your knees. Take a deep breath in, deeper than you've taken all morning. And after the next deep breath in, we're going to sigh it out. Sigh it out. You can be open-mouthed. You can be as expressive as you like. Inhale deeply. Open mouth sigh. One more big breath in. One more sighing out. And then settling back into stillness. Checking back in with the shoulders. Checking back in with the crown of the head. And then maybe we allow our eyes to begin to flutter open. Gently coming back into the space. Beautiful. We're going to do a few seated cat-cows. Inhale, coming forward, nose tips up. Back is rounding. Exhale it back. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward, sweeping the nose up. Exhale, rounding back, making as much space in the front of your body as you can. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And while we're doing this, think about dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Forward. And back. Beautiful. Settling back into the center. We're going to stretch our feet in front of us. Just take a minute to get settled. Maybe make it so that your sits bones are connecting with the floor. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, hinging from the hips, we're going to inhale, stretching back up through the top of the head and fold forward. The knees can be slightly bent. They can be long. Just taking a minute to notice where sensation is in the body. Maybe you play with bending the knees and then gently lowering down one at a time, bringing a little bit of movement into the pose. Still keeping that back straight. Still dropping the ears, the shoulders away from the ears. And then with our next inhale, we're going to rise up. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring one knee up to your chest. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and do a spinal twist. You can leave this foot here or you can bring it over the top of the left leg. Hook the top of the right knee with your left elbow. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, twisting. Gaze follows the back shoulder. We're thinking about being long through the spine. Inhaling back to center. Go ahead and bring this foot out to the side and your other one to the left, making a kind of a wide V. Beautiful. We're going to inhale and walk our hands towards the right leg. Inhaling up, walking the hands. Exhale, bending down towards the leg. Beautiful. If the sensation ever becomes a little too intense, you can sit up a little bit or even bring your left foot in to the side. All of these variations are really, really wonderful for the body. So just finding what your body is needing today. Inhaling back up through center. From here, we're going to bring both legs back in the middle again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, fold forward. Just taking a moment to notice if anything is changing in the sensation. Do both sides still feel the same? Did they feel the same from the beginning? Just checking in. Maybe you walk your hands a little bit farther forward this time. Inhale, rising up. Go ahead and bring your left knee up. Hug it into your body. And you can either stay here or bring that foot up and over the right leg. Hug the top of that knee with your right elbow. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, twisting. We're getting the back of the legs, the hips, the spine. And who knows? We all feel these stretches different places. You might be feeling sensation in other spots. Checking in with the shoulders. Checking in with the breath. Inhale back through center. Beautiful. Go ahead and open the legs up again. This time we're going to be stretching towards the left side. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Walk the hands over towards your left foot. Exhale, fold. Inhaling back up through center. Beautiful. We're going to take a moment to do a forward fold in this open position. So inhale again, stretching up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, stretching forward. Just taking a moment to soak up that beautiful sensation. The feet can be neutral. They don't need to be pointed. You don't have to flex them hard. Just gently where they are. You can also add a little bit of movement back and forth with your feet, rocking on the heel, just as much as is comfortable. And checking back in with the shoulders. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, stretching up. Bring your left knee to 90 degrees in front of you, being about parallel with the long edge of your mat. It can be a little bit out if you need it. And then we're going to take the right knee and bend it so that it is parallel with the short edge of the mat. And then just take a minute to settle into it. Beautiful. We're thinking about stretching up. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to walk the hands forward. While you're coming forward, Maybe you're creating a little bit of space. Maybe you move that right knee out a little bit more. Coming down to wherever is comfortable. It's pretty early in the morning. Our bodies are getting used to moving again after sleeping. So I'd like to offer to meet your bodies with compassion. Meet them wherever they're at today. Today might be different from yesterday, and it'll probably be different from tomorrow. So how can we meet our bodies where they are? Inhale, rising up, nice and slow. Walk those hands back. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring legs back out to that V shape. Good. Maybe just bounce your knees a little bit. Bring some movement in. We're going to inhale and stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe while you're here, noticing where the sensation is in your legs, in your lower back. It could be any of these places or others. Inhale, walking the hands back up towards you. And this time we're going to bring the right leg to come to be parallel with the long edge of the mat. Bringing the left shin to be parallel with the short edge. Beautiful. Just taking a moment to notice if this side feels differently than the other side. Do you notice sensation in different places? And then when we're ready, inhale, stretching along through the crown of the head. And exhale, walk the hands forward. Maybe you stay on your hands, maybe you come to your elbows. These are all beautiful places to be. One more inhale here. One more exhale. And start to walk yourself back up towards the center. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring both feet back out in the V shape. And this time we're going to bring our left leg in and leave the right leg extended to the side. Beautiful. From here, put your right hand out towards your leg. We're going to inhale, sweeping the left arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest up. Gaze goes towards the left hand. We're bending towards our right knee. And then exhale, bring that left hand down towards your right leg. You can frame the right calf. Thinking about that long spine, hinging from the hips. Inhale, rise up. We're going to do the same on the other side. So extend your left leg long, bring in the right foot. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, left hand comes towards the left foot, sweeping the right hand up towards the ceiling. Chest opens. Heart is shining forward. Thinking about lengthening through the top half of the body. And exhale, bring that right hand down, and the hands can frame the left leg. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, stretching it back up towards the center. Bring both knees in front of you, both legs in front of you. And then take a minute to just kind of bounce them a little bit, just bringing them back. Beautiful. Maybe you windshield wiper the feet back and forth. Gorgeous. Good job, you guys. We're going to come into our tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to do a few cat-cows here to continue waking up the spine after all that stretching. Inhale, nose tips up, hips go up. Exhale, back rounds towards the ceiling. Inhale, rounding the back. Exhale, nose drops down. Go ahead and flow through 2 more of these at the pace of your own breath. And then settle back into stillness. Go ahead and send the hips back towards your ankles, towards your heels. We're coming into a child's pose. And if you want to play with the variations on this today, you can have your knees wide, or you can have them together, seeing how it changes the sensations in the body. Wherever they are, just making sure that the toes are touching. If your knees are together, maybe you bring the hands back by the feet and just allow the back to round over the tops of your knees. Inhaling and feeling your back opening and expanding. And then go ahead and send your weight into your hands, coming back up to tabletop. Bringing the left knee kind of in the center of the mat, kind of in between your hands. We're going to bring the right foot to come across in front of that left knee. Beautiful. And then we're going to swing the left foot out to the side and sit back, finding ourselves with knees. They're not going to be stacked, but they're going to be one leg on top of the other. The knees can be kind of close. Beautiful. Checking in with our sits bones, making sure they're connecting with the floor. And then whatever knee is on top, maybe we bring that elbow from the same side. So right knee on top, right elbow comes down below. And maybe the palms are facing together. This can look a lot of different ways in the body. If this isn't comfortable, maybe you can even hug your shoulders with one elbow stacked on top of the other. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, release. And with this next inhale, we're going to arch the back, nose tip towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round the back, come forward, close to the knees. If the sensation ever becomes too intense, you can sit back up. Inhale, stretch back up. Release the hands. We're going to fold forward again over our knees, but this time our hands can walk out in front of us. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, walk forward. Checking in with the shoulders. Am I dropping away from the ears? Checking in with the breath. Am I still breathing? Inhale, coming back up. Beautiful. We're going to rock our weight forward. You can push yourself up onto that left knee. We're coming back into tabletop. You can unwind your legs. And then once you're here, go ahead and put your weight into your left knee and your left hand. We're going to stretch the right foot out behind the left foot, kind of like it's on train tracks. And then we're going to inhale, stretching and bringing the left hand up to the ceiling for a balancing pose. Left hand is under the left shoulder. We're stretching up with the right hand. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hand back down to the ground. Bring your right knee back in line with your right hand, underneath your hips. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, kind of bringing your right knee in a little towards the middle of the mat. Then bring your left foot in front of you to come in and cross over that right knee. Beautiful. Swing that right foot towards the long edge of the mat, and then just take a minute to settle in, stacking those legs. Again, the knees aren't going to exactly line up, but coming in wherever they are, the feet are going to be slightly flexed. Beautiful. And then since our left knee is on top, we're going to bring the left arm underneath. Options for both. Again, this time you can either bring them so the palms are together, or you can hug your shoulders. These are both beautiful places to be. Plus you're getting a little hug, and we need those every day. Inhale, stretching up through the crown of the head. Taking a moment to notice if the sensation is different on the side of the body. And then we're going to inhale, arch the back, nose tips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, round, coming towards your knees. Inhale, stretching back up. Release the arms, shake them out a little bit. Beautiful. With this next exhale, we're going to walk our hands out in front of us. Inhale deeply. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Noticing where sensation is. Checking in with the shoulders. Checking in with the jaw. Can I soften my jaw? We're lengthening through the spine, hinging through from the hips. Inhale, rising back up. Beautiful. We're going to send our weight forward again, either pushing and rocking up on that knee or arriving any way that you would like back into our tabletop position. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to take our right foot and stretch it out, left foot. Stretch the left foot out behind us. Bring it over to be in line with the right foot. Our weight is going on to our right side. This time, the right hand, right knee, and left foot are all in alignment. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, stretching that left hand up towards the ceiling, gaze follows. Taking a moment to find that balance. Breathing in deeply. And then when you're ready, exhaling and bringing that left hand back to plant on the mat. Right knee comes back underneath the hips, and send your hips back for child's pose. Maybe you take a minute to roll your forehead back and forth on the mat. Maybe you take a minute to walk the hands out, taking turns with seeing if you can stretch one a little farther than the other. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Beautiful. Go ahead and tuck your toes. We're going to send the hips up into either downward facing dog, or you can just, we're going to meet in a forward fold. So if downward facing dog doesn't feel right in your body this morning, you can arrive any way you'd like. But if you're in downward facing dog, take a minute to maybe walk your ankles out one at a time. Beautiful. Bending the knees in, generous bend. Or you can be in tabletop right now. Both are beautiful. And then when you're ready, walking the hands towards the feet, coming into our forward fold. While you're here, maybe you grab elbows. Maybe your hands are planted on the floor. Wherever you are, letting your head hang heavy. Generous bend in the knees. Maybe you play with letting your weight come a little more towards your heels, a little more towards your toes, and then finding that middle ground. Releasing the jaw. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. We're going to bring the hands all the way up towards the ceiling, stretching up. Our back is going to arch just a little bit, shining the heart towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the arms to drop to your side. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching up towards the ceiling again. Exhale, hands come down, nose comes down. We're diving towards our feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to sit here for a minute. This pose is so incredible for our thighs, hamstrings, for lengthening the spine. Just take a minute and soak it up. Checking in with the breath. Am I still breathing? Can I soften through my face? Can I allow my upper half of the body to melt towards the floor, while the lower half of my body is grounded and strong? Go ahead and release the hands to the floor. We're going to step our feet back. Go ahead and step it into downward facing dog. Or you can step back into tabletop position. This is our last downward facing dog of the day. If you want to just walk those ankles out one more time. Stretching through the hands. And exhale, release the knees to the floor. Beautiful. We're going to come down onto our backs. We're getting ready for Shavasana. So go ahead and take any last minutes, any last poses that you would like in these minutes. Maybe you hug your knees into chest. Maybe you do happy baby. Whatever else your body is asking for in this moment, go ahead and take that now. Any stretching. And then when you're ready, settling into stillness. Maybe your legs come wide today. Maybe your feet are mat's width apart and you bring your knees in to rest on each other. Whatever your body is needing for rest. We're going to be in Shavasana for about 6 minutes. I'll be here to guide you out. to start coming back into your body. Maybe you start to move your fingertips, maybe your toes. Maybe you start to move your feet back and forth a little. You're welcome to stay in this place for as long as you'd like. But if other things are calling you today, maybe you roll onto one side, eventually pushing yourself up to a seat. Thank you for taking the time out today for your body, mind, and soul. I look forward to seeing you next time.